Good morning. Today I have come here again to teach the important part of transformation. And today our main discussion will be the transferring sentences from assertive, imperative, optative and exclamatory type of sentences. First of all, I will teach you in what way assertive sentence can be transferred into imperative sentence, and in the second step you will find imperative sentence will also be transferred into assertive sentence. Look at the structure and watch what I am writing on this whiteboard. Assertive sentence. This type of sentence is started by writing subject. Main verb in the present form. Main verb, present form. Present form. And at last, object. So, this is the cardinal characteristic or main feature or salient feature of assertive sentence. Subject, main verb in the present form and at last object. Then, I will write the structure of imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. First of all, I will write let. Then subjective case will be transferred into objective case. After that, in the third part, you will have to write main verb in the present form. That means the main verb will remain unchanged from assertive to imperative sentence. Main verb in the present form and at last object. So you will have to memorize this structure so that you can very easily transfer the assertive sentence into imperative sentence, and in the reverse way, imperative sentence will also be transferred in the assertive sentence. Now look at the example. I am going to efface this structure so that I can write the example on this whiteboard. We learn English grammar. Now you will transfer it from assertive to imperative sentence. First of all, you will have to write let. Then subjective case will be transferred into objective case. For this reason, we will have to write in the form of us. After that, main verb will remain unchanged. And at last, objective case will have to be placed in the last part of your answer. Now you can think this type of example, now you can think this type of structure in the reverse way. If in the question paper you find that imperative sentence is written or selected for answering or for transferring in the assertive sentence, you will have to think in the reverse way. First of all, you will efface let, then you will transfer the objective case into subjective one. Main verb will remain unchanged, and in the same way, objective case will also remain unchanged. In the next part or second discussion, I will teach you in what way assertive sentence can be transferred into optative sentence. Look at the structure. In the left side, I am writing assertive sentence. And in the right side, I am writing optative sentence. There are three structures, in what way you will be able to complete the transfer of these two kinds of sentences. In the first example, in the first structure or first clue, you will see subject, main verb, present form, and at last object. Such kind of sentence will be transferred into optative sentence if you add may in the beginning of the assertive sentence. Then you will have to write subject. After that, verb in the present form. That means without making any change. Verb will always be written in the present form. And at last, object. So, now we can write an example comparing the similarity of this structure. Example, you pray to God. This is an example of assertive sentence. Now compare this example with the structure. This example is started by writing you, that is used as subject. In the second part, pray, main verb, and at last to God, object. Now you can very easily transfer it from assertive to optative sentence. Your optative sentence must be started by writing may. Then subjective case will be transferred into second part. And third part, you will write the main verb in the present form and at last object. This is the first example of transferring from assertive to optative sentence, and in the reverse way, optative sentence can also be transferred into assertive sentence. But another examples and another structures are waiting for you. Now look at the whiteboard and watch very carefully, very attentively, very efficiently, so that you can understand it very easily. Now I am effacing all these examples to write down the second structure from the same discussion. Subject, helping verb used as main verb, used as principal verb, and at last object. So what is the dissimilarity between these two examples? In my first example, I had written subject plus main verb in the present form, but here I have written helping verb used as principal verb during the absence of main verb, and at last object. Then you will transfer it into optative sentence by writing first may. Then you will transfer this subjective case from assertive to optative sentence. In the third part, you will have to write be. That means be will be replaced in the sphere of helping verb used as principal verb. And at last you will have to write object. Now look at the example. You are a pious man. In this assertive sentence, you is used as subject, are used as principal verb during the absence of main verb. That is, indeed, it is an auxiliary verb. After that, a pious man, this part is used as objective case. Now you will transfer it into optative sentence. First of all, you will have to write may. It is obligatory it is compulsory for writing may, then you will transfer the subjective case in the second part. Are will be replaced by writing be, and at last objective case A by C. This is the second example, this is the second structure in what way assertive sentence can be transferred into optative sentence. Now I am going to effect the second structure and example, and now I will write the third example and the third structure from this discussion. In the third part of this discussion, assertive sentence will have to be written in this way: subject wish that, then a complete sentence. Complete sentence. These two parts will be replaced by writing would that. Would that. Subject verb, and at last now try to watch, now try to understand in what way assertive sentence can be transferred into optative sentence. I wish that I were a bird. I were a bird. Now the optative sentence will be written by following this structure: would that I were a bird. I were a bird. These three kinds of assertive sentence can be transferred into optative sentence. And if you think the reverse form of the sentence, you will also be able to transfer the optative sentence into assertive one. Now I am going to start another discussion, that means the transformation of assertive and exclamatory sentences. As a result, I am going to effect all these examples and all these structures from this whiteboard. Now students, look at the whiteboard. This is the third discussion. This is the third part of our discussion or teaching or lesson today. I have written some clues and structures for you. That is the process or method of transferring the exclamatory sentence into assertive sentences. If you find that the exclamatory sentence is started with such kind of interjection, hurrah, then you will have to write subject enjoys that in the starting of the assertive sentence. After that, in the second example, second structure, you are seeing that, oh, another type of interjection. This is the salient feature of exclamatory sentence. And you will also write subject regret that, finding oh in the starting of the exclamatory sentence. In the third structure, alas is written. If you find that alas is the rudiment or beginning of the exclamatory sentence, you will have to write it's a matter of sorrow there. And at last 5 expresses the speaker's wrath or the speaker's negligence. It is shameful that will have to be written in the starting of assertive sentence. Now these kinds of structures will be transferred into examples, and I will teach you in what way such kind of exclamatory sentences can be transferred into assertive sentence. Our first example will be from the exclamatory sentence. Hurrah! We have won. You will be able to identify the exclamatory sentence very easily by looking at the note of exclamation. Then, if you are asked to transfer this exclamatory sentence into assertive one, you will have to write first subject, we. Hurrah will be transferred into enjoys that. Enjoys that. And at last, the complete sentence will have to be placed by writing we have won. We have won. You know that all types of interjections are not similar to each other and they are not expressing same kind of feelings or same kind of opinion. And this type of interjection always depend on the complete sentence. Look at the next example. Oh, I am undone. Then you will have to write I regret. I regret that I am undone. In the third example, alas, my friend is dead. Then alas will absolutely be changed by writing it's a matter of sorrow that. It is a matter of sorrow that my friend is dead. My friend is dead. And at last, in the fourth example, you will see fine. You are a liar. You are a liar. So now, what will you write? You will have to write, it is shameful that. It is shameful that you are a liar. You are a liar. Look at these examples. First of all, exclamatory sentence is started by writing hurrah. As a result, I have written we enjoys that. This type of sentence is started with enjoys that. In the next example, oh, I am undone. This as exclamatory sentence is transferred into assertive sentence by writing I regret that I am undone. In the third example, alas, my friend is dead. It's a matter of sorrow that my friend is dead. And at last in the fourth example, fine, you are a liar. For this reason I have written it is shameful that you are a liar. These four kinds of examples, these four kinds of structures will make you understand what type of sentences can be transferred from exclamatory to assertive sentence, and in the reverse way assertive sentence can also be transferred into exclamatory sentence. But you will have to contain in mind that you must memorize all types of structures I have written on this whiteboard only for you. And in the end of my discussion, I am going to make you understand another type of example from assertive to exclamatory sentence. First of all, I am writing here the structure of assertive sentence. subject, verb, very or really, then object. Now I am going to write the method or process in what way this kind of assertive sentence can be changed into exclamatory sentence. Very or really, this kind of adverb, according to the rules of parts of speech, very or really can be called as adverb. Hence, very or really will have to be changed into how. Objective case will be replaced here. At last, subject and verb. Subject and verb. As for example, the painting is very nice. The painting is very nice. How nice the painting is. Now let me explain. First of all, I have written the structure of assertive sentence. This type of sentence is started with writing subject. Here the painting is subject, then verb is used as verb. In the third part, very or really, very, and at last object, nice. Then I have written the structure of exclamatory sentence. In the rudiment of this sentence, how is written? In place of very or really. Here very is transferred into how. In the next part, nice is placed, and at last subjective case and verb is placed. In this way, assertive sentence can be transferred into exclamatory sentence. Now the last example and last structure of this today is subject, verb, a, very, and at last object. Now try to watch what I am writing on this whiteboard. Very will be transferred into what? The reason is that in this sphere an article a is used before writing very. Hence or so, for this reason, as a result, in what way very is transferred into what? Only for the using of a. Then you will have to write object. After that, subject, verb. Example. It is a very nice painting. What a nice painting it is. What a nice painting it is. Now the students, I think I have discussed this chapter of transformation, assertive, imperative, optative and exclamatory sentences that has been given me for discussing in the online classes. And if you continue to watch all these online classes, you will be able to understand all of the parts that is going to be discussed on the online classes. and I will try my best in the next class so that you can understand more and more important chapters from our syllabus. Okay, goodbye and take care.